Let's see if this is. Check it out now. Is it working now? Is it working now?
Is it working now? Yeah.
It's technical difficulties all the time. It's Rich's fault.
I think that was Jorge's fault.
Yeah. Where's Richard?
Yeah,
No.
but you
Good evening,
drunk
beloved,
It's
beyond the Call of Duty friends and family,
you know that.
and good evening to our beloved EOW family. Day 53. Excuse me, I've got a bug in my throat. Day 53, and Allison, Richard, and Jorge are going to take over. They want to run it today. We had a beautiful day. We had 2 cancellations. The cancellations were Nassau County Sheriff's Office,
Nassau County Police Department.
Nassau County Police Department, and Newark Police Department. So, okay, watch that.
Hello, everybody.
Keep it that way as much as you can. That's why you got to scoot so they can see everyone. That's what I try to do.
We gotta.
Bring it
There.
back here.
So you gotta come in here.
Of course.
There you go.
Else you won't be able to
Yeah,
control
I
it.
can.
There you go.
So we do have some trains running by. It's
Totally fine.
it's totally fine.
It's going to be very
Par
noisy.
for the course.
Yes.
So yes, we started today in
Perth, Amboy.
no, we started
Oh.
today in East Brunswick,
Yes.
New
From
Jersey,
New Jersey, yes.
where we had 12 amazing motors show up from Perth Amboy Police Department, Linden Police
Linden,
Department, and Bayonne
Police Department.
Bayonne Police Department. So there was an amazing group that showed up to escort us to our first department, which was Perth Amboy, where we honored Lieutenant David Formeza, and his end of watch was October 28, 2021. They had, let's see where well, we'll get to the video in a second because that's a little bit, but we had an amazing opportunity and an amazing showing at that department. Here's our motors before leaving the hotel. There was all 12 of them lined up. And this was us pulling into the department, the fire department having the flag. Can't see the rest of
That chief was just an amazing.
Oh, he was
He was
amazing.
amazing. Like, amazing.
Yes.
The lieutenant was too.
Oh, like Emma,
Yes.
Lieutenant
Okay.
Emma Cabrera
Emma Cabrera.
was absolutely phenomenal in setting this all up. They went above and beyond any expectation that we could have, especially for a weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
They brought and volunteered their time to come in. Emma, some of these guys were there, gals, at 6:00 in the
Yeah.
morning to help set this up and make this all happen so that we could honor David's family and all his cousins. And so here's another few looks of it. It was beautiful. It was. There they are. The chief there in white, who was a great man. He wholeheartedly supports his family and all of his officers. There's one
Cousin.
That's both cousins.
Both cousins
there.
right there.
with
Richard.
Richard.
And it's just before she placed the rose. That's the other cousin placing
Cousin
the
Darius,
rose.
yes.
And
There's a
that's his.
That's his shift.
Yeah.
Those are all the minus one because
Yeah.
Emma's not in there, but they were all there to support. A lot of these guys had just had been off work at 8 a.m. and stuck around on their own time to honor their brother and his family. It was phenomenal visit. There's Chief had an amazing speech that he gave about the loss of their own and the impact that it has on the department and the community and the family. But they were that's the mayor's. So the mayor was slated to speak, but the mayor she lost her voice.
Yes.
And so that's her number one. She came and had a lot of beautiful things to say about the department and how supportive they are, and it shows that community is very supportive of the Perth Amboy Police Department.
That memorial right there was just absolutely beautiful.
So this was a picture of the program. This is the front side of the program that they made for this morning's visit, with David's picture on it and his information. And it was on the back side. Not sure. Nope, that's not it. We don't have a backside photo of it, but it was a pretty amazing program that they put out there.
Yes, it was.
This is inside that lobby.
Oh, wow. I never did get to go in, so I missed it.
Well, then you missed. They also had a catered breakfast from IHOP, which was great. Pancakes and French toast.
Bacon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Amazing.
They, as I said, they went above and beyond what anything that we had.
Beautiful department.
Yes,
Beautiful department.
they were great. Here's
That was his ship and a few of the other guys.
and I think Emma's in there right next to just to the right
Yes.
of the from looking at this.
This was
Two people over.
This was after they presented the bear, wasn't it?
Yes,
Blue
after.
line bears.
Yeah, the blue
Yeah.
line bears. Yeah.
Oh, there we are now. Let's see. This is what you missed, Richard.
Oh,
This
wow.
was all of us downstairs getting a little bite to eat, which was great since our hotel did not have breakfast this
Yeah, I
morning.
know. But it didn't hurt me a little miss.
Yes.
And there's JC with too far away with the gentleman. Those in that bag had the blue line
The
bears
blue
in
line
it.
bears.
So it was a great stop. Yes, he's in New York. He's in works for NYPD. So from Perth Amboy, we were actually escorted. I don't see any pictures of our
Sergeant.
second stop. In between here, leaving Perth Amboy, since we did have a cancellation, we had a little bit of downtime, and I don't see any pictures from that, but we ended up going to the Staten Island Harley Davidson, or Harley Davidson of Staten Island. And they were so incredibly accommodating to us. We pretty much rolled in and took over their entire parking lot for their dealership. They had to move a couple vehicles and open a gate to get us out, but they were very welcoming and accommodating to us. As you can imagine, trying to find a place to hide and to get a little rest in New Jersey, New York, where space is very limited.
And that was the first one I've seen that actually had a grill and all that.
Yeah. No, they had a beautiful restaurant. They were compact, but it had everything that anyone could eat. So that was a great department, or a great dealership. And if anyone needs anything on the East Coast and is near New York, I highly suggest going to Harley Davidson of Staten Island on Forest Avenue. Is actually where it was. So from there, we were escorted still by the same group. We lost one, but we had 11 of the original 12. Escorted us over to Hudson County Sheriff's Office in New Jersey to honor Lieutenant Matthew Vogel. And again, it was
End of watch December 27, 21.
it was an amazing turnout.
Yes.
They had this all set up for the last couple months and had been sent out flyers to all the family. There were so many family members there. It was a great turnout.
Mom told me that they had been communicating with her since, I think February, working and making sure this was set up to accommodate her and to where she felt comfortable being there.
And I from what I saw, I think they did
Yes.
a great job of that.
Amazing.
Oh, yes.
They did a great job. So that's us headed in. You can see the guys in the blue shirts were
Leon?
not
No, Linden.
Linden
Yeah, Linden.
Police Department, and then ahead of them would be the Perth Amboy, and then at this leg, I think the Bayonne
took
Police
lead.
Department had taken lead because that's where we were. That's where we were at. This looks a little tight, but you'll see in a second. It opened up into a huge parking lot with some great activities, but it was wonderful to be able to honor Matthew, and I think you can kind of see, so maybe back in this picture, you see there's quite a few people with white shirts with blue line flags. Those are all family members, close friends, people that were there to support.
Every one of them had the white shirts on to honor him.
Yeah. There's some more pictures of some of the officers and
The honor guard.
coming out.
Yeah, that is the honor guard.
And this was Mom. And what a beautiful lady she is.
Yes.
There's
There's her place in the rose.
And no, he had a nickname. His dad named him Matty. And that's what his dad called him.
With Maddie.
Matty. And from the day she said the day he was born, that's what his dad called him, was Matty.
She was just the neatest lady to be able to hug on a little bit and hear some stories like that. It was just a great stop to have. And we'll get through. There's quite a few family members in these pictures, and people that were there to support her. And
Thank you.
yeah. So, a cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the honor guard that came out. They did a beautiful presentation of the colors and
The pledge and then the national anthem.
yes.
Yeah.
That there has been our contact, and he also has been just putting in a ton of work trying to organize this for months that we've been Anthony, that we have worked with him to make this a wonderful stop for the family.
Anthony is the one walking away.
Yes.
I think the other one with the mic is the
Yeah.
sheriff.
He's a sheriff.
Yeah, he was the
I'm
sheriff.
like, I focused on who I. And yes. And there's Mom receiving that beautiful pillow. There's Mom again. Is that
There's a sheriff and
Bayonne?
sheriff's in the middle.
Yeah.
Bayon.
They-
on this.
He looked deep in thought, trying
Yeah.
to figure something out. Which logistically, I completely understand. All of these agencies today work so smoothly together between Perth, Amboy, Linden, Hudson County, Bayonne PD,
Yeah.
NYPD,
Yep.
Port Authority.
Yes.
Yes, I think
Yeah, that was it.
I think that was the cumulative all of the escorts today that handed off from one to the other. And then there, look at that. Oh, it looks like we've got a couple, maybe one photo. So one of the things that Hudson County also did is they provided a beautiful lunch with sandwiches and iced tea and sodas. But they also brought in an ice cream truck.
Well,
And here is what happens when Jorge
Yes.
runs into an ice cream truck. That is the happiest he's looked in a while.
yes.
So, all in all, it was a wonderful day. And Richard, would you?
You know that was Jorge's third ice cream.
Oh well, that doesn't necessarily surprise me.
I only had one in my hand.
Yeah, but we can only see one hand. So, Richard, if you want to do the toast for amazing men today that we honored.
Perth Amboy Police Department, New Jersey. Lieutenant David
Formeza.
Formeza. And end of watch October 28th of 2021. Hudson County Sheriff's Office, New Jersey. Lieutenant Matthew A. Vogel. End of watch December 27th of 2021. To these men and women that goes beyond their duty to reach out and touch someone while in their career that might have changed their life one way or another, that it couldn't.
To the men and women of these beautiful departments, to the brothers and sisters, the fathers, daughters, and mothers, the justice that they do in honoring and supporting their departments and the communities and the sacrifices they make, to them all.
Cheers. Cheers.
So we have what's
It's day 54.
no.
No?
So we're gonna show
Oh,
we know if it's the short video or the long video.
It's a short one.
So we're gonna show a short video of this incredible escort that we had today. I'm not sure at what point, but I know it shows all. I think all 11 of the escort members and us in the memorial. And so let's. So that's the wrong video versus the right video. This is the correct video here. So that was just a snippet of some of the most enjoyable part of that escort today. This team did a job getting us through downtown, all through Staten Island.
Yeah.
10 miles
And
of-
we were on the wrong causeway.
Yes, we definitely were. There was a lot of in and out, and it was impressive how good they got us moved around on these very small streets.
Yes.
That maybe need a little road work, and a little, and got this memorial moved around and all of us with ease through there, and it was pretty incredible what they did.
Even though we were in 104-degree weather.
Yeah, it was a little warm today. It was over 100 degrees most of the day, and I don't know what the humidity level was, but it was extra sweaty. And so
That's why I enjoy the ice cream.
yeah. I agree. I guzzled 2 iced teas in a matter of
The
30
humidity
seconds.
today was 78%.
But even
pretty
the
high.
the motor unit guys, they were hurt.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they
Because when we stopped, they were like, "Can we get some water, please?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah."
And to NYPD and the Port Authority that got us off the freeway before we went down the wrong way to Low Bridges and took time to sit there and get our route worked out where we didn't have to worry about no low bridges. That was,
and call ahead to other agencies to ask for help.
yeah.
They did spend quite a bit of time trying to find someone else to help us.
Yeah.
To carry us
To
through.
get us through to our hotel this evening. So they definitely were part of that escort, Port Authority and NYPD.
Mhm.
They did great.
Also, just talk a little bit about how hard it is every night booking and hotels. What happened today with our hotels?
Oh, today was a wonderful evening here pulling into the hotel. We had 4 rooms reserved for five rooms reserved for quite some time, and they gave one of our rooms away. So of course we have confirmations and paperwork for all our, when the reservations are made, and we showed up to actually only having 4 rooms versus 5 rooms for 11 people.
And that's why they're
a little tight.
Yeah. And that's why it's also, for us, planning wise, it is difficult sometimes to get additional people in and out, especially in these tight corners.
Yes, if we had even one more person, we already have 3 guys sleeping on air mattresses, 3 people per room.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah,
a little tight.
it would have been very so
It gets a little tight, and unfortunately, this isn't uncommon.
No.
I wouldn't say it happens all the time, but it does happen to where rooms get given away, and they're completely booked, so there's no option to get more. So, and of course, then everyone pulling out grills and tables and chairs and going grocery shopping and prepping food and have dinner in a parking lot when it's 100 and bazillion degrees out. But we've had some great people stop by and look at the memorial and ask a lot of questions about these men and women, and that turns it into a positive.
It's the
worth
after
it.
hours effect that you don't always see on the live, but that we get to experience on the ride.
A lot of people come by every night. Everywhere we're at, they come by and, hey, what is this? And ask questions, and that's just another way.
Share their stories.
Yeah. So, Richard, where are we going to be tomorrow?
We start a day at Suffolk County Police Department at 9 a.m. to honor Lieutenant Robert Van Zyl, end of watch 12021. Then we go to Suffolk County SO to honor Sergeant John R. Lowry, end of watch 10/6/2021. And then we end our night in Warwick, Rhode Island. And We get to take a ferry
We
tomorrow,
get to
don't we?
take a really cool ferry from. So at the end of Long Island, there's a little place called Orient, and we're going to take the ferry from Orient at the end of Long Island over to New London, Connecticut,
Yes.
which is about an hour and 20 minutes long. And we actually took this same ferry last year, and so we know what we're looking forward to and what a beautiful sight that it is.
Yes.
To be able, and how amazing it is to take that ferry. It's a pretty cool opportunity. So we possibility we've booked reservations, and we're gonna wait list it and pray we get on at an earlier ferry. But there's a very real possibility it'll be a very late night tomorrow night.
Yes.
It's Sunday night, and people are trying to get home from their weekends on Long Island. So wish us luck on that point. But let's come up here and do some comments. Oh, huh?
Janelle's last name.
Oh,
Yes.
and that's so Janelle, of course, is sitting out of view. There's Janelle.
Hello. Okay, goodbye.
This unfortunately is Janelle's last night with us. She's been here for almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks tomorrow. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna miss her. We love her dearly, and we're gonna miss her like no one's business.
I don't want to go home.
I asked her a question a little bit ago on what her perspective is from all the years that she's heard us talk about this, but never has had an opportunity to do it. And she said it's a night and day difference, hearing about it, hearing the stories, and being here
An experience.
and experiencing it.
It's hard to put that across to
There aren't really
Anyone.
words that can actually describe
No.
it. It's not, and I'm pretty good with words, and it's not. You have to actually experience it.
And I think Jim and Sean, I had asked you as well, both, and I think Sean, you're the one that said it, quite frankly, the best. Where arriving, honoring your department, your friend that was killed in the line of duty, and that versus being on the ride is two complete different.
It is.
And being on the back end of it, watching everyone prepare for it, and then the stories coming home and watching it from home, tuning into the lives and having the background stories, it's completely different from meeting the families and getting to know the officers through their families.
Yeah.
It's just, there aren't really words. But I'm very grateful and very sad.
Okay, on that note, we'll take some comments. Here we go. Lucy, good evening.
Jim.
Oh, and Jim, yes, it's day 53.
Yes.
Yes, we're exhausted too.
Oh my God.
You just saw the crow up there. Was trying to come down,
You were saying
grab a snack.
Yeah, he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Look there, he's just sitting right there now.
Oh my God.
Service heroes for visiting the amazing heroes.
Thank you, Elmo.
Policeman that died a hero's job.
Is that the LT? Is that Lieutenant Emma?
No, that's
No.
Elmo, and thank you. We're honored and humbled to be able to do this. We're gonna skip this one. This next
No.
one. Oh, okay. Hi, Tammy.
Love you and miss you.
Scott, it's hopefully we'll see you in Colorado here in next month.
No, son.
No, not. Oh,
We got that.
we're just gonna bypass the sound comments because there's a few of those. Good evening, Chris. Oh, more sound comments. Alan, yeah, we we got the sound thing. Hope you're doing well, Alan. Oh, no. Hold on. We're going to skip just a few sound comments. There's quite a few.
80.
Lou, good evening to you. Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
No.
I'm sure they got it.
Miriam. Hi. Sorry, I might need some glasses to be this far away.
Yeah.
Good evening, Melissa. Oh. Thanks, Jorge. Sherry, yes, love you guys too. Joel, good evening. And Linda. Oh, yes, Lou,
Yes, they are.
They did an amazing job. Yes, Cynthia, definitely looking forward to seeing you guys.
Who are you doing?
I'd have a little bit more placebo.
Oh, I will. I will send you a message, Ellen. And yes, we're getting motorcycles and trailer washed. Of course, not as often as we should, but as best we can do. Thank you very much. And we are in Rockville Center right now, and we're headed out to Suffolk County for 2 stops tomorrow, and then over to Connecticut and Rhode Island the next day. Yes, some people deserve a little ice cream. Others know better than to eat it in 100-degree heat. Love you, Eddie.
Love you.
Love you, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Sandy. And hopefully we look forward to seeing you in Colorado in August as well.
For your safe travels, blessings for doing what y'all do. Thank you.
Eddie says, love you, Janelle. She just frowny faced you.
But like
sad frowny face.
Sad frowny face.
Melissa says Janelle was chatting with Lance and me about possibly going this year, and I'm so glad she got to go.
Me too.
Yes, Melissa, we're so glad that she's been here. It has been great to have another Shaw with us.
That was the most backhand.
But we love Janelle. I'm so glad she was here.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, Linda, thank you. So, Janelle, Linda says, thank you for dedicating 3 weeks. Janelle, sorry I won't meet you in Michigan.
Oh, I'm sorry too.
And Chris says, Janelle, you did such an awesome job. Sherry and I were so blessed to spend time with you.
I really like you, Sherry. It was so nice getting to know you. Expect me at your house probably next year.
So I think Shaw, would you like to wrap up for us?
No drinking and driving. No texting and driving. Make sure that if you see an emergency vehicle, slow down, move over, or stop.
I'm gonna interject a little bit on that one. Yeah, when you see an emergency vehicle with lights on and rolling their sirens, and not one, but I don't know, maybe 12 to 14 of them, definitely please move over.
Yes.
I mean, you see one, move over. You see 14, move over.
Please move
One
over.
of the
Please.
officers today had to use this really mad horn.
Yeah,
So-
he
Oh, yeah.
used the deep one.
Yes.
He was.
Oh, should we talk about Sheila using her mom finger and voice? No, you will not cut us off.
I've had several about take the front bumper off the truck because they won't pay attention to the lights.
I just felt like this evening maybe needed a little bit of an emphasis on the move out of the way for emergency vehicles, because you don't know what they're on the way to do or who they're on the way to help.
That's right.
And your
It could be your
30
loved
second
one.
delay is not as important as what they're going to.
And
So
it could be your loved one that they're going to help.
Exactly.
So think about that when you see them.
So,
Okay.
yes, move over, pull over, or stop. 3 little words. I love you. It's that simple. Doesn't cost you a dime. You could politely say them to any first responder. Remind them that they are loved. Tell them they are loved. Tell them thank you for the work that they're doing, for what they do every single day that you don't want to do. So, for our survivors, put them in your prayers. Remind them they are heroes. They are the heroes. Tell them that you love them as well. They have missing hearts in them now. It's a weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday. Today's Saturday. Saturday night without a loved one. So, all of you be blessed. Have a wonderful Saturday night. We're over 13,000 miles.
we are. I did not check mileage this evening, but my guesses were around the 13 upper fours, maybe 13.5 today. We
Gotcha.
didn't do a lot of miles.
No. So be blessed. We'll see you. Check in tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. So God bless you all.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
You have to stop it.